reached a consensus on the need to speedily investigate the allegations, and we agreed on a task team to probe these allegations. The allegations pointed to possible widespread corrupt practices involving the irregular appointment of educators across provinces, districts, and schools. The basis of the investigation by the task team was to inquire into the report to allegations made in the media regarding the alleged irregular appointments of educators at schools and the role played by the union, by any union, and by officials of provincial education departments and these alleged irregular appointments. But because of the complexity of the investigations and the time frames were extended on the request of the task team until the end of December 2015. The task team probed a total of 75 cases, 30 of which provided grounds for reasonable suspicion of wrongdoing. And the task team in carrying out its work was guided by the Prevention and Combating of Corrupt Activities Act 12 of 2004, and the task team has now submitted a preliminary report on the work done thus far. When they were providing me the report, they raised the question that corruption is very difficult to deal with. Because the very people who exchange monies, if they confess to the act, they are self-incriminating, and that's why we thought that we'll bring the police so that there must be some way that we can indemnify people so they can tell us the truth. And that's why the need for police involvement, for the protection of witnesses, for whistleblowers, and for indemnification of people who were involved themselves in the selling of posts. In our view, the report does confirm the following: that indeed City Press was right. There is corruption and undue influence in the appointment of teachers and school principals, that there are weaknesses in the system in general which create this environment, that the authority of the state and powers of certain stakeholders, teacher unions in particular, in the appointment in the appointment process will need to be reviewed, but not only them, because the report does indicate that there's a chain of collusion. And the interim report does indicate that government systems have created a situation that allowed an exploitation of the system, which compromise proper appointment in critical posts such as those of school principals. And this has undermined government's ability to deliver on its priority, which is education, by allowing unions to have a stranglehold on government whereby they call the shots. As a department, we will engage all stakeholders and ensure that we put in place a more stringent regime that will allow only those who qualify and are competent to be appointed. We believe that merit must be the only determining factor when it comes to the appointments, particularly in our schools, but also in our district offices and in the sector under general cases. And in the process found that there is evidence of wrongdoing, and it is for this reason that a forensic investigation is still continuing. That's why we're not able to provide a final report to say yes, so and so did this way, because we needed police to help us also, and they were not part of the task team initially. So I'm only going to engage the Minister of Police to help bring scorpions and hawks and everybody else to help us to go deeper into these wrongdoings. Because we believe that the situation cannot be allowed to persist, and I must say that there will be consequences. The police will be contacted and arrests could follow in regard to particular cases where strong evidence exists pointing to illegal activities. So the South African Police Service and the National Prosecuting Authority will be requested to assist in ensuring that these cases are brought to courts with speed. We believe it's not just about the selling of posts, but it's about protecting the sector and maintaining its professionalism in order to ensure quality and efficiency in the education system. And the recommendations therein to remediate the system and ensure that we bring this rot that has infiltrated education under control. And this blatant exploitation and corruption will not be tolerated. We commit ourselves to take this report seriously and take the strongest possible action to ensure that learners' needs are a priority in education. And I need to add that the report will be taken to Cabinet and Parliament for consideration. Also make sure that we get the police to do the necessary investigation where we are confident that there is a case to answer. But more important, we do need protection for whistleblowers, for witnesses, but also for people that implicated themselves, because they're equally guilty themselves. So we have to get them, to get the police system or the legal system to protect them also, so that if they self-implicate, they are not really victims of telling the truth. Not victims because they would have been involved, but I'm sure if we want their cooperation, we have to find a way of protecting them if we're to get the truth. So that's the draft report. We do hope, after the meeting I had with the team, that we will release a final interim report, because we don't see ourselves having a final report, because all the forensics, the police and other people are going to be involved. So it's going to be work in progress. The other matter also which the team raised, because we thought it would be a quick affair, 120 days, we had not budgeted properly. I also have to find money to continue the work of the task team, because we had really planned. We thought it would be 120 days. We didn't anticipate that we'll need auditors, we'll need forensic experts, we'll need a bigger team to really get into the road. But let me again take this opportunity to thank the media and the newspaper in particular that consistently reported on this matter and helped us to really get into this cancerous practice in the system.
Thank you very much, Minister.